I'm Beth from the blog Home Stories A to Z. This is my blog. Today I wanted to teach you how you can create a cover photo for your Facebook timeline. You might have noticed that in December, Facebook has instituted a new format. Of course, they're always changing things up on us, and it's kind of fun. I've heard some talk of people who aren't excited about it, but I like the format. I like the fact that you can go back in time to see all of your statuses and all of your activity in one place, kind of more like a blog. So here are some examples of some other cover photos that people have done, some creative things that people have done with their cover photos on their timeline. And I'm going to show you what I have created on mine using Picnik.com, which is a free software. I do have the premium version, but you won't need that for what I'm going to show you today. If you don't want to have something customized, but you want something a little bit creative, you can go to FacebookProfileCovers.com, this website right here, and you can choose from an archive of different categories and download any of these photos for free. But let me show you how to make your own. You're going to go to Picnik.com. I'm not going to give you a full tutorial on how to use Picnik. I'm going to assume that you already know some things, the ins and outs of Picnik. If you don't, you'll have to look those up yourself. So what we've just done is I've gone to Collage, and this is a grid pattern. What I'm going to do is I'm going to widen this as far as it'll go. I'm going to change the color to white, and then I'm just going to click Done. Now the size of the cover photo is 850 by 315. So what I'm doing now is I'm gone to the basic edits, and I'm going to crop my big blank square. 850 by 315. And then I'm going to kind of center it up on my blank collage that I created. I'm going to push apply. As I was saying, you can fill this blank space with whatever you want. You can go to this tab right here, click on your photo basket tab, and you will be given a bunch of options of whether you want to fill it from your, upload a photo from your computer, from your history, which are pictures that you have already worked on within Picnik, and you can see some of the other options of where you can grab photos. What I like to do also is get it from a website. So what you do is you're going to just right-click on a picture that you want, grab the URL, copy the link image for that URL, copy and paste it here, and you're going to have whatever you've grabbed right here. So let me give you an example. Here is an image of a free Polaroid photo frame, which is a PSD file, so it works really nicely without giving you a white background. It'll give you the actual picture that you can just kind of paste right onto your background that you've created. So I'm going to right click on this, copy the image address, go back to Picnik, enter, copy and paste, open it, and then you can see down here it has opened that file for me. And then what I can do is grab it and put it right where I want it. It'll load the picture, and then you can resize it however big that you want. You can move it around, whatever you want. For your background, something that's also kind of cool is that you can fade this background. The lines are a little harsh, so I'm going to fade it a bit. And then I'm going to duplicate this frame by right-clicking on it, clicking Duplicate Photo, and I've got another one. And over here, it gives you some other options of what you can do. You can change the color of the picture. Again, you can fade it to make it a little bit lighter. There's a bunch of different options here you can have fun looking at. There's like a negative version of it. just have fun, play around. Don't be scared to push buttons. Everything is fixable if you mess up. So again, I'm going to duplicate the photo, and I'm going to duplicate it again and just, you know, have fun putting a bunch of different ones on there. Once you have the photos in place that you want your frames, you want to add your pictures in. So I have already uploaded pictures. Now because these are squares and because this is not Photoshop and we can't necessarily layer things the way that we would in Photoshop, I have already pre-cropped my pictures in squares so that I can just stick them right on top and then resize them to fit within the frame. So I'm going to just take some pictures that I want for my page and resize them to fit inside the Polaroid picture so that they actually look like they're Polaroids. Remember that your picture, your profile picture, is going to go down in this space right here, so you don't necessarily want to write in this space. So I'm going to click on the text tab up here, and here are your different options. These are the premium fonts, and I will be using one of those, but there's a lot of different fonts that you can get for free when you're on the free version of Picnik. And get creative with your fonts. You don't have to use the exact same font for each word or quote that you're going to put in, and you don't have to use the exact same font for even just within the same word. So let's write something simple here. I'm going to write family is forever, and you can change the font to see if you like it, how you like it. You can change the color of the font. So I'm going to grab a color that I have going on. Okay, so I have Famil, and I did that on purpose, and I'm going to add a Y in a different font. And you're going to have to do the same thing. It'll always kind of show up white, so you want to match it up to the same color that you already chose. And sometimes it's tricky to grab the element that you are trying to grab within Picnik. It's one of the quirks. Okay. All right. So I have family. I'm going to go back to the font that I used before, or to whatever color you want. There we go. And then I'm going to add my last word. And I'm going to make this just all the same color. You can make each word a different color if you want to. You can also use some of the effects, which I'll show you if I can ever grab this. There we go. Now, just like we did for our background picture when I showed you how you can fade it or use some of the different effects, you can use some of those effects for your words. And so just scroll over them and see if you like any of the effects that they offer you. Some of them work, some of them don't. So I don't really like any of those, so I'm not going to use it. And that's pretty much it. Once your picture is done, you can just go to save and save your picture. It's already saved at the size. Now, one of the things that I don't really understand, and maybe somebody can help me in the comments, is that the picture will be a little bit pixelated. It won't be as clear. I recommend that you save it at the full size and that you click here and save it as a PNG file. That will help, but it's still not real crystal clear, and I'm not sure why. But it's good enough. I mean, it's really, you know, this is good enough. It's good enough for me. So this is what mine looks like. And I hope you have fun creating your own. Thanks for tuning in.